On today, fellas. Alright, so we're here today to play with my CRX and do a little bit of air conditioning work on it. I want to put a new evaporator coil inside of there. I'm going to take it all out. I'm just really going to get in there. We're going to get wild with it, and we're going to fix my AC. We're just going to have a great time. We might have to redo that, but we'll try. Warm up a minute so we can go down the one way to where there's a concrete wall and we can hear the pow 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 pow.
Buddy,
it's for R134. It's got a 5-year guarantee. Let me just tell you the best part. It saves up to 5 minutes on energy savings, which is really good. My car could really use that. And then I got another one.
so you say
Got the same offer. I don't know if you can use 2 of them, but you know, I got 2 sizes because maybe I need both sizes.
now we're getting Zaxby's.
Yeah. No, it's paying.
Cause hunger strikes again.
You ready, bud?
There's a Mustang up there.
You think it's gonna race?
What are we doing today, bud?
It's over. Booyah. Alright, so today we're gonna be taking the evaporator coil out of the CRX and we're gonna reassemble it and convert it to R134 by changing the TXV to R134 rated TXV. But then we also got our coil right here. So we're gonna check that out. And it looks very nice. There's all the hookups, everything's there. But to take apart your coil box, you're gonna have to slide it out at the dash, and you're gonna have to take your glove box out and stuff. You'll see how that's done. But it's held in with 3 screws right here. There's 3 of these screws right here. They all go in right here. Just that one right there, and right there. And then we got a bunch of these clips all around it. These little guys right here. You got one there. And what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to take this piece of shit right here that's in the coil. You go ahead and just pull it out like that. Like, I don't know if I got that on camera, but pull it out like that. And just go ahead and get that off of there. And now we're gonna go ahead and remove the top cover. So there's gonna be some styrofoam in here. I've already taken this apart. There'll be styrofoam in here. You need to be very gentle with that. I'll get that over here in just a sweet second. But here's our casing. This is the casing. I just want to go ahead and set this to the side. I got some foam right here to go ahead and just redo all this foam right here, and I'm gonna clean all that up and whatnot, make it a little better. All right. So first off, we're gonna want to take this line off from the TXV right here to out here beyond the firewall. I would have bought a new line, but it's just rather expensive. It's like $40 for this line, brand new. So I'm just gonna keep it. I'll clean it out and make sure it's the best it can be. But still, then it's hot during the summer. Well, it's whatever. We're gonna go ahead and just bust her free, just like so. Yeah, we're gonna get in there really well. Yeah. Pop it off. Hellfire. What you wanna always practice is you wanna always practice taking this kind of stuff, and you just want to go ahead and tape it on up no matter what, man. You just want to keep all. And this one came off real easy. And that pops right out. And again, we'll go ahead and just tape her on up just for safe practices. So that's really all we need off the coil. Well, we just want to copy that. So here's the coil. Here's the part number for that coil right here. It's all Murray. I got a Murray expansion valve too, or TXV, whatever. Right there. Here's our new coil. We'll compare it to the old one. They look very similar. We've got the pipe, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds on the coil before the TXV, and we got 1 is what it is, but I'm sure it's just fine. We usually want to see if there's air leaking, and that ensures that our coil is not leaking or anything and isn't going to be problematic down the road. But we'll keep that cap on. That's just to ensure that it's going to work for us.
They come filled with what, buddy?
They come filled with nitrogen.
So what we have in this box right here is we got a brand new TXV, and it's got a little thermal probe on there. It pushes gas on in and out of this diaphragm right here. When it heats up, it just expands, pushes this diaphragm up. Very inexpensive, but I mean it's not very much of a part. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off so it'll be golden. That looks like it could use some lube, see? And then it's got a little thermal probe on there. It pushes gas on in and out of this diaphragm right here. When it heats up, it just expands, pushes this diaphragm up. This part was fairly inexpensive, like $20. It was very inexpensive, but I mean it's not very much of a part. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off so it'll be golden. That looks like it could use some lubes.
It's an adventure for Lube.
Young Shad, you killed this track.
Got our lubes. What I'm gonna do is I'm thinking if I try to put some Freon in the coil, it'll juke lube everywhere, but it might not. All right, so I got my little pipe oiled up and whatnot, and it's ready to go back in. This pipe's all cleaned up and whatnot. I got the O-ring lubed up. It's ready to slam back together now. And there it is. Now we just have to tighten it all down with the wrenches, which is really no big deal. I'm gonna go this down because you don't want it going nowhere. You wouldn't want that going nowhere. And alright, now all I want to do from this point on is take my tap. I'm gonna go ahead and try not to touch any of it. We're just gonna spin her on there. And then we'll take it like this, and we'll just take our tape and make it easy to take off. So now all we gotta do is clean her up and set her back in the box. Just take her and set her out in the box. Just cap her off. Alright, so she's clearly not gonna fit with all the lines out here like this. Yes, yes, I do not like. I do not like. I think I'm gonna have to route this behind the right there. We're gonna just try to cinch her down on in there. Cinch her down in there. And then we're gonna continue to move these around to make sure nothing will touch. Can be kind of tricky. You don't want anything rubbing. We'll try test fitting in the box one more time now and see how that helped. Oh, wow.
There you go.
So we went out and we got some insulation for AC hose or lines right here, and we're just gonna put it around the bulb, and we'll zip tie the bulb in place. Gonna just put it right here. Gonna cinch it down. Pull as much insulation as you need over the bulb. Cinch it on down. And I think that's golden. We got our foam, it's going back in, everything's going back together. We're gonna just safely put the foam in to where it sits nice in place like that. And then we want to put a coil in here with the foam in there, nice and safe. And then we got this little thing that keeps our lines together, or away from each other. And you just want to slide this in place right there. And just make sure your coil's in place right, where it just fits all around your styrofoam. Don't break the styrofoam, it'll help take the water that the evaporator collects. And then we'll go ahead and just put this in place like so. And just go ahead and recognize what's going on. We got to put this in here to, you know, keep goods happening. Try to find a spot in the coil to put it, maybe right here. Throw it in there, just like that. Did y'all see that right up in here? Did y'all see that go in place? And then it's in there. Then we got a grommet that falls right down in there, and that's your little sensor. We can go ahead and screw it in place so we don't forget that later. And so you take your Phillips head. Just gonna run it in there a little bit for us. And we're gonna take the rest of it and we'll go ahead and try to close up the box. We got all of our stuff set up right. Just gotta make sure all dowels are in place like they're supposed to be. Just wanna go around it, making sure everything. Little dowels right here that you have to make sure are going in properly, and Krispy Kreme. Then we have 3 bolts that we have to install now. We have to take this bolt right here. There's 3 of them that look just like this. One of them goes right here on the corner by the line sets. Just want to slide that right in place. And then we're going to take another one, put it right here on this corner. Then we're going to take our last screw and we're going to insert it right here on the corner, close to the corner. A lot of these we need to go ahead and install. It's like a spring clip. What we'll do is we'll set it on the top like that to where we can move it up and down, and we'll snap it in place just like that. We'll repeat the process real quick a lot of times, so don't worry. Try to get a couple different shots of that. There's a couple different angles on there. Boom. Boom. And alright, so putting it back in, it just slides into the up under the glove box in like this, and then we're gonna have a bolt.
Reenact that motion.
We're gonna slide it in up under the glove box like this, and then we're just gonna get it in there. Have these coming through the firewall, and then we're gonna have a bolt right here. You can see a bolt goes right here to mount it up under the dash, and then we also have another bolt right here that's gonna mount it under the dash. And there's your drain hose right there. You need to make sure you get that hooked up so it drains out up under your car. Your condensation drains away properly. We're gonna add some more of this stuff real quick as well. It's sealed off. So we'll go ahead and just take our good stuff right here. We're gonna start from down here on this side, because we know the box will split open. We never know, we might have to. We'll go ahead and do that. Let's go in. Alright, we're going to go in a little bit more on the side as you can too. You don't want to be here all day. It adheres well. And then we'll take our paper and take it off just like that and throw it away because we're cool. And yeah, there you go. She's ready to go back in. But
You might wear it out.
hell yeah. Alright, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put the coil back in our system. We got everything checked out. We've got it all taped up so no moisture or anything is getting in there. And previously you saw us disassemble this unit and just revamp it and put everything back in place and whatnot, and with a new coil, and clean the box up a little bit. But we're gonna need to slide it through the firewall down here. We'll show you. We'll turn on some light for a second so you can see. We're gonna have to slide it through the firewall right there. But we're also gonna have to wrap this bushing right here around our lines just to get it in there all nicely. And we got to plug in this connector right here to this. I have no clue why there's no reach on that at all, but whatever. Then we're gonna take our bushing and whatnot, a little grommet, whatever this thing is. We're gonna put the low side in real quick, and the high side should just slip right on like that. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, y'all can see that pretty good right there. Then we're gonna pick it up and try to
Just kind of shimmy it around in there.
yeah, should try to find how to slide it in place like this. Not very much length on this pipe for us. Alright, the other tube goes around the coil drain pan pretty good. Ain't that some shit? So that's about right. You just gotta figure out how to. Oh, that's right. She's doing good. Then we're gonna take this little connector right here. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but and plug it right in here to the temp sensor. That should give you plenty of Christmas. Like it grabs back there, and this pretty much is what seals it in there. I mean, it's really nothing at all. It's a little buckle for it to hold it in place. Makeup. We're gonna come in here and take our last strap, and we put it in the back, way back here. Then we're gonna go ahead and lift it all up together. It'll seal it all off, and then we're gonna insert a screw right here. Nicely. There's that. That's all in place now. Oh, but it should be ready to go. We're pretty much done on the inside. We just have to put the glove box back together and whatnot. We got one more thing to show you. I just wanted to show you the tubes coming out of the firewall. I put in the grommet already and just tried to make it easier for myself, but I got the other lines. They're coming, they're ordered and whatnot, and we're gonna wrap it all the way around the top. We're gonna take the bumper off, and soon we should have AC in the CRX. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. See ya.